stand in the course, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Howl's Harrows. And last time we picked up the Emperor, and it is going to take about a month for the Emperor to be completed, and we still need to find a couple more pieces of equipment in order to finish it. Preferably, I'd like to find another Clan XL engine, a pair of upper recoil pluses, and another weapon mount to finish off, making sure that those thumpers can be devastatingly accurate. But in order to find all those, we're going to have to fight a couple more missions. So we're going to be taking a hot landing today. It's a straight up battle. Going to be paying out 3 of 13 priority salvage at 4.5 skulls, so I'm hoping for some decent loot, or if not, maybe we'll pick up a mech or two and be able to sell that for lots and lots of money, because I may have spent most of the bank on the Pirates No Nose PPC and a few other things. So this will be paying up 447,600 C-bills. We should make about 200,000 off of that, unless we get a bonus from killing additional lances, which hasn't been happening lately, but I don't know necessarily what missions that trigger, I suppose, is tied to. So we'll be dropping down as soon as the dust clears. And there is a hostile lance somewhere out there. We will have to find it. We're seeing a primary lance and a supporting lance. Oh, it's this map. I've never actually seen this map in daylight. I've only seen it sort of at the night assault, so that's quite cool. We got the big borehole thing going on there. There are 2 lances so far, so we're looking at 8 units. However, it's very likely that a reinforcement lance is on the way. So what we're realistically looking at is probably about 12 units, which honestly not so bad in terms of trying to fight a battle. So we have Showboat today in her Axeman, Jester once again in the Vulture, Howl in the Gausswolf, the Mackie being driven by the good old-fashioned Finn, Mockingbird in her Racketar. I really should bring out the Rackhammer, but the Racketar just... oh, it's so good. I also need to replace the upper recoil actuator on the rotary autocannon because one of them now can be improved to its full capabilities. Anyway, Death Crusade in the Thanatos with its pinpoint accurate thumper, which actually served as sort of the basis of how we were going to be using the Emperor. It's going to be basically twice the fun with an even greater firepower in a long-range fire support. It doesn't even need to be accurate with it because we're doing Swarm improved in the Hydras. Looking forward to it. However, this does have on the right arm where it carries the gun, or is it the left arm? On the left arm where it carries the gun, it's got a weapon mount, and I thought it had a shoulder recoil as well, but I don't see it on that one. Paradox, of course, in the Marauder, and Coach finally bringing up the burner pult, which definitely needs a friend, and he will have a friend in another 20-something days when the Onager is done. Another catapult, although not as light as he is, that is designed from the ground up to light people on all the fire. Now, to be fair, the current catapult that we have is not really designed for that. The MML is allowed to be swing roll, but honestly, we don't really use it for anything else. It's like the number of times we will use acid or tandem is so narrow. It's almost not worth mentioning, because at the end of the day, if you can overheat someone and shut them down so easily in this version of RogueTech, then kind of what's the point of using anything else? But that's going to be changing. Heavy Metal RogueTech, the 1.8 patch is on the horizon. We've had notice of Lady Electo saying over on the RogueTech subreddit that the open beta will be coming soon, and I intend to leap on that just as soon as I have access to it. Why? Because, well, I want to see the brand new awesome things. They have been working on hand actuators, quirks for all the mechs. It's just looking to be amazing. So many updated systems. I'm hoping there's a changelog. Odds are there won't be, so we'll have to explore it together. But what that will mean is a brand new start for both of our campaigns, because the 1.8 patch will break saves. RogueTech tries really hard not to break saves, but you're dealing with an entire brand new expansion pack that they had to go up on top of. So it makes perfect sense that a save break is going to end up happening. So we will be eventually saying goodbye to Howl's Harrows and Apollo's Vipers and moving on to a brand new start. And I want to know where you guys think we should start out in. Which location should we sort of go to? I could pick one just off the top of my head, although someone over on our Discord, because head over to our Discord, check down below for a link, because we talk there. And I ask questions of people, and they answer back. But one person has mentioned that they'd like to see a Free Worlds League start, which might work out quite nicely for us, should we manage to get ourselves into that position. But if you want a little bit of input, definitely leave a comment down below. Also leave a comment over on the Discord. Let me know where you think we should start for both campaigns. Although I am thinking of doing a clan primitive start campaign for the stream campaign for extra pain. Basically, it begins you in the Pentagon worlds with terrible mechs. So you get to fight clan mechs, and all you have at your disposal are primitives. Sounds like a lot of fun, actually. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. But yeah, a new campaign break will be fascinating. My biggest hope, though, is that I actually get to field the Emperor before that ends up happening, because I really would like to, you know, utilize it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Both campaigns did manage to make it to a 100-ton battle mech, which has been put into service. In this one, we have a Mackie, which we have designed like no Mackie we have ever designed before. Rather phenomenally, actually. I'm quite proud of it. I'm going to lay a little bit of long-range artillery fire down on top of a target. We have no idea where they are, but you know what? I have twin arrows and I'm going to use them. So lobbing away out. Pop, pop. I need to find myself some AoE arrows, if they exist. I don't know if they do exist, actually. The fact that he called out losing armor left and right means that we actually managed to cause a fairly decent amount of damage to whoever was actually sitting on that location, so we're feeling pretty good about that one. Let's continue the assault. We'll throw in a little bit of sniper round artillery. Oh, he's right on... No, not right there. It's right on the edge. Perfect. Lay it down. Big old sniper shell going down. Although a long time would actually do this job a little bit better. I have to admit, he didn't say anything, so I think we may have missed. A long time would actually do sort of the long-range super fire support cannon like that, just a little bit better because it has a wider radius of explosion. Doesn't deal a whole heck of a lot more damage, at least not a whole heck of a lot more direct damage, but it is pretty good. And I have created a bit of a wall here towards this ramp by trying to avoid getting around the ramp. Thanatos? Can't get up the ramp. Lovely. I want the high ground. The high ground is life and victory if you can get it. So we're just going to keep on laying down shells. Enjoy.
Target acquired.
Anything? Ooh, I think I heard something. Not really sure how that's going to end up. We're just going to keep shelling and see what ends up happening. The Gauss Wolf also able to get forward. The Gauss Wolf, of course, one of our primary direct fire support mechs. If you can see it, it can shoot it. Not entirely, but a pair of Gauss rifles will give you a rather impressive amount of range. Although, you know, ER large lasers, I think, and probably ER PPCs do most likely outrange it. AC2s as well. But then again, pretty much nobody uses AC2s. I mean, there was that one gimmick campaign, but other than that, for the most part, if you're actually trying to realistically play, you know, a game like RogueTech, which is a little bit more difficult than the vanilla campaign, you're going to rely on something a little bit tougher. Like rotary autocannon 5s, which have been phenomenal to us. Alright, steadily working our way on up. Marauder will not be in a position just yet, but hopefully we'll be able to shoot them from up here. If I can, that'll give me some excellent high ground bonuses. Although we will have to get close if we want to actually, you know, deal a whole metric ton of damage to them. You can move right there, that's fine, since you're not actually required. Ooh, we've picked up the reinforcements. Haha, we've identified. Oh, they've got a charger. You're gonna make me shoot a charger, aren't you? Darn it. I would actually love to take that charger intact, so I'm gonna lay a shell down a little bit towards his back. Maybe he's got friends. A little bit of damage onto him. Make sure that he understands that he's now in a bit of a precarious situation. Now, the Charger is an 80-ton battle mech. It's not exactly... Most people would consider it a bit of a joke. The Charger 181 is the sort of stock standard normal Charger that you would look at, and it is equipped with a grand total of 5 small lasers. Now, no, this is not a 20-ton mech. This is, in fact, an 80-ton assault mech with 5 small lasers. But on the flip side, it has a 400 rated fusion core and can run very, very quickly. It's a 5.8 on tabletop, which is stupidly fast. There are mediums, 50-ton mediums that are not that quick. The main 50-ton medium that immediately comes to mind, actually, though, if I'm completely honest, is the, is the Hunchback. Hunchback only moves up 4.6. So here you have an 80-ton behemoth that is charging at you faster than some mediums and even as fast as some lights. The amount of hilarity that you can get done with that is rather awesome to me, and I do adore chargers because of that reason. Because it's like, a surprise, I can be right on top of you. But the real secret to a charger, and one of the reasons why you can actually use it rather effectively in tabletop, is by charging. I know, crazy given the name. But if you actually charge somebody with a charger, it will add up damage based on your final running leg towards the target. So if you can run in a straight line towards whatever you're going to hit, that increases and multiplies the damage. And because you're an 80-ton assault mech, that becomes ridiculous. Oh, that was beautiful. Absolutely sublime. And so the amount of damage you deal is just hilariously high. And you can annihilate almost anything you want. It is absolutely a tactic that I highly recommend, although it can be difficult to pull off. It is a little bit of a finesse tactic because that straight line is important. If you can't get a straight run going, then you're reducing the amount of power and damage that you do because you're not, running quite straight at them.
Standing by.
But yeah, and then once you're, in close with them, well, now it's an 80-ton assault mech that is punching you in the face.
Understood.
The only major problem at that point the Charger has is that it has a few of those lasers on its arms, and it shouldn't because that means it can't punch. It can still kick, though. And kicking in tabletop is brutally effective. It only targets the legs for one, which, allows you to focus the damage into two locations rather easily. And also, it deals 1 point of damage per 5 tons of mech versus, arm punching, which is 1 point of damage per 10 tons of mech, I believe rounded down? I think rounded down, yeah. And so you just end up dealing, stupid amounts of damage. It's amazing. Hi, I have a target for counter battery. It's a ballista artillery tank equipped with a sniper cannon.
What's up, boss?
Guess what I need to find? That's right, I need more sniper cannons. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Let's go shape charge on this one. You have a target lock on this, yes? Max range, target moved. Target moved. Do I have you in sensor range? If I do, you're mine. If not, then I can't touch you. Yeah, you're beyond my sensor range. But we'll roll the dice on the 87.9. Oh, pinpoint, baby. He is in trouble. A lot of trouble. The Mackie still comes. The Mackie cometh. Alright, Axeman, still need to provide basically point range defense at this moment. You're not really a long range fire support machine. It'd be cute if you were, but I'll be honest, I'd rather have the AMS than the PPC at this point. It just makes way more sense. Mockingbird, not really a direct fire combatant either. So you can just move up there, see what you can see. We do have a direct line of sight. Unfortunately, it's slightly beyond the range of our rotary AC-5, so we're going to have to leave it at that. Which is, really kind of sad, because being able to lay in even more rotary AC-5 shells on top of people would be awesome. Now, having a primary target already makes life just a little bit easier trying to knock things out. Unfortunately, I can't make it all the way through. So what I'm going to do with you, with the catapult, is I'm going to reserve. We'll be moving the Thanatos out of the way. And maybe, yes, come towards me, Charger. I challenge you. So this Charger, of course, has rockets on board, which I believe is actually a fairly great addition to a Charger. Because it gives it a, well, apparently it's only rocket 10s. It gives it a nice close-in punch to deal a whole bunch of damage to people. 99-1, set this thing to shape charge. We're busting through. Another good hit on the ballista. I'm just going to get the shelling up. And you can now move to the side, thus not blocking anybody. Alright, I'm trying to find a position where he won't get in the way of my little tiny mini bolt. Oh, that's a longbow and a Nidhogg gunship and a vulture? Oh no, it's an archer. I always get those two confused because they have a similar sort of, configuration. So maybe I don't want to capture so much. Give me the ballista artillery tank. And let's make sure it dies. No, I will multi-target. Now, why would I multi-target? Because I've... Ooh, this longbow has stealth technology. Interesting. Alright, in that case, let's just make sure this thing dies.
Affirmative.
I've also now have a limited interest in taking that Charger intact, if I'm completely honest. Because that Charger, I've fielded a Charger before, and I would actually feel kind of sad fielding another Charger after what happened to our last Charger. It did amazingly well, but it eventually died. So I don't really want to pick up another one. A longbow, on the other hand, would be a fascinating addition, especially if I can pick up another couple more arrows. I think those might actually work out quite nicely for us. So we'll charge on forward. Can I get a line of sight on that archer? Not really. Interesting. I can, however, see the archer. I have no interest in taking an archer intact when a longbow stares me in the face. Not great accuracy, but it did not generate any heat, and I have enough ammunition. Ooh, we nailed him. Not bad at all.
I hear ya.
And you can keep pushing on forward. Now, the longbow and the archer mean, of course, that we're about to take a lot of missiles, so we're going to overload that and prepare ourselves for the rain. Archer shifting on forward and did not rain on us. He did not rain on my parade, which is fascinating to me. I would have rained on my parade if I were me.
Good to go.
But apparently not. They had no attention. And I don't want the longbow, but I do want the archer, and I can get a side angle on that archer, which is lovely. The accuracy is so good on this pilot, so we're going to maximize everything. Go for the full penetration.
Target confirmed.
All 3 hit, and we have penetration, although I think that was an arm or a leg. Couldn't see through the bush. They were censoring it for our convenience. And, of course, the Nidhogg gunship, right? I need to focus on that. Although the Nidhogg has probably just now revealed itself to allow it to be shot down by other sources. It has. Lovely. Do you have a direct line of sight on any of them? I can get a direct line on one, and then... Yes, my friend. My friend, you're about to die. At least, you know, that's the hope. So, pick up the pace. We're going to warlord it. I just want to make sure that the Nidhogg never gets a chance to hurt me. This would probably butcher the charger, so we're going to kill the Nidhogg first. Oh, there's 2 Nidhoggs. So the first of the Nidhoggs is down, which is good, and we're reducing the amount of self-protection that they have, but we do need to kill the second Nidhogg as well, who I don't think I can see right now. Pair of autocannon shots, no real connection to us. Interesting. Finn.
Yes, Commander.
Yes, the Mackie. Now the Mackie, I don't oh, the Mackie can shoot Nidhoggs, huh? No, it cannot. Okay. The archer appears to be a fairly vulnerable shot. I will lay a sensor lock down on him most likely unless I see something back. We got the longbow and a Jaeger mech. Interesting. The Jaeger mech accuracy is really good and the armor is really terrible. I'm going to lay a sensor lock down on the Jaeger mech and we're going to see if we can't plant a shape... Is my sensor range just terrible? My sensor range is just terrible. Got it. I do want to shoot this Jaeger mech though, because the accuracy is looking really good. So we'll go to another shape charge.
Target confirmed.
Oh, missed by 13. Luckily, shape charge, because of that, the explosive radius is much, much less. So we don't really have to worry about, you know, punching ourselves in the face too badly, but a little bit, as you can see. Alrighty, how do you want to respond to that? Would have been nice to be able to just one-shot the Jaeger, but I'll take what I can get. The longbow is a pair of... Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. Tandem MRM-10s and 2 TBM-30s. Now, those are the things that are on that one Thunderbolt, whatchamacallit, the party whatever. Oh, it's you again. Ugh, why do you always show up here?
Ready to rock.
It's not a major complaint. It's just we've run into him a lot. Oh, if I wanted your grabby mech, I would have built it by now. No, no. Potential there. Alright, let's go after you because you have a potential to have your leg explode. I also need to replace these standard alarms. I know it's a double tone, but I still need to replace them with something that will give me just a little bit more indiscriminate firepower. Specifically, I'm looking at Hydras and Swarm improves because Swarm improves are so good. Let's just give him a whole bunch of missiles, see if we can't touch something off his leg. Did not work out quite the way I had hoped.
Critical hit.
But we are... Oh, no, it did. Did I blow off his leg or did I just push him over? I did focus a little bit of firepower on him. I didn't think it was that much. Oh, no, we did blow off his leg. Oh, good show, good show. All right, longbow coming in. Laying down. The Ragatar. Protected. Iron Dome. Holding the line. That's what we wanted to see. Yeah, I want this longbow. And one of the longbows has jammed. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Sublime, even. Not the band. Although, you know, I wouldn't mind that too much either. Oh, you're in... There's no way you're in SRM range. I refuse to believe that. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're gonna reserve? Because I want to get you close. I want to be able to absolutely nail you. I do also need to, you know, shut down this guy because he's just going to start lobbing long toms onto me constantly. And it's going to be a level of pain that I don't want to deal with. It is a fairly solid defended fire support platform. Charger coming on forward. He's got the full tilt, full bore coming at us. I think I may just want to, like, pull up and wipe out this charger. Or I could go for a headshot on the currently disabled. That's only 16.5. But you know what? Faint heart, number 1. Fair ladies. Ooh, wow, we caused quite a bit of damage to that archer. I'm feeling pretty fine about it. Get ourselves in that armor. That damage reduction we've got going on there. Howl in a good position to follow up on what? On the Jaeger mech. Don't really care about the Jaeger mech at the moment, if I'm completely honest. Could come in for a good shot at the charger, but I don't really want to open myself up to too much. The amount of return fire I'm going to take from this is pretty astonishing, I feel. So we'll move slightly over to the side. Could blast you in the back, buddy, but I'm not all about that. We're going to target the head and double tap. He's not dead. This is a problem. Not a huge problem, but it is a problem. So his center torso, I imagine, is now open. So just spread damage around him will probably kill him. I intend to begin launching incendiary arrows at the longbow. So he'll probably get caught. Large laser. Was that the Jägermech? AC2 large laser? Interesting. I don't know if it was actually an AC2. I'm just kind of assuming. Okay, multi-target. Yes, it was. Okay. Oh, the longbow protected, but he's not. Okay. So, we're gonna go. Infernos for everyone.
Acknowledged.
So you're gonna be the range. Poof. I am just absolutely astonished that you're not dead. And welcome to the center of your own little burning. Something just blew up. That's lovely. Paradox.
What's up, boss?
In Zemarodar. And actually, do you have a shot just standing here? Yeah, you do. He's got 72 health, and the Jägermech is actually not in range. Okay, just plug him then. I mean, I'm not that interested in taking a rocket archer intact.
Engaging.
Perfection. Probably should have aimed for like one of the shoulders or something. Oh, I forgot you don't have shoot and scoot. That's gonna be fortunate. You're gonna get shot at a lot. You didn't lay down a tag barrage, did you? I don't think you were in range for it. Okay, the whatchamacallit coming closer. Longbow. I will get the name done, I swear. So longbow coming a little bit closer, but I still don't yet have an angle on it. I want one. I want one badly. There to there next turn? I feel it will be so.
Double time. Let's go.
Okay, switch over. Show me what the LRMs will do. Not good. Not good. Not good. And really not good. Show me that Nidhogg again. Oh god, there's a whole ton of bombs that you do not want touching you. Yeah, this poor archer. He's just the wrong place at the wrong time. One of my guns is jammed. This is not good. Alright, let's move. Let's see if I can't get a line of sight on the Nidhogg, if at all possible. No, that's just not going to be a thing. Unfortunate. Also, I can't get up this mountain as much as I would like. Okay, we'll make the walk. And this will give us a line of sight on the longbow who doesn't want to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up in a position where you can start moving to eventually annihilate the charger. The charger is going to come around the bend and he's about to run into a pair of risk rack 5s that are just going to unload on him. It's going to be beautiful and I'm looking forward to it. Nidhogg coming along as well, providing a little bit of close in fire support protection. Please don't bomb me. He did not bomb me. Okay, so he's doing a good job. He's doing exactly what I asked him to do.
You betcha.
And, you know, triple shot, sure, why not? Your energy weapon system does, well, your point defense system is not really energy based, so that's fine. Although a shell right here could cause a lot of hurt. Jammer affection going down. Fin in Demeki. 32. Unable. 62. 27. I have lost target. Fascinating. In that case, I know where he was. Give me a high explosive shell.
Target locked. It's go time.
Pop. Something just went crunch. Probably a building, but still, that sounded pretty good. I'm quite happy to hear that sort of breakage going on. Get back up to top. Coach is ready, and no, I don't think Coach has the range. Well, kinda, sorta, but not really. Because I want that longbow, and I want it bad. What I can do, though, is position himself like this. And it is LRMs only. Never mind, that is absolutely SRMs. I could hit him with dead fires, but we'll just hit him with the standards.
Looks like you're out.
See if I can't remove a threat. Well, at the very least, I managed to make him go maximum. So yeah, you're about to have a bit of a bad day. Please tell me I didn't push too hard. I did. So he's now unsteady, he's lost his evasion, and he's about to fall over. Although he gets to move now. We did slow him down, so he can't actually do anything. He's going to shoot all of his rockets back at the catapult, which is a great idea. It's the best plan he had. We only shot down 30, but I don't have the system set to overload for a reason. I didn't want to stress the system too much. That was the main reason, in case you were wondering. Okay, sliding on forward with the Axe Man. And I assume we're about to get, you know, blasted from over here. That Marauder tends to do quite nicely, although if I can outspeed him with a couple of mechs, I may actually be able to take him mostly under control. It's going to be interesting, though. Although I have to remember that he is a focus target only because of his jamming systems. And I do want to kill that Nidhogg before it gets in too close to start dropping cluster bombs on top of me. Life will get very painful if that happens. Death Crusade. Yeah, you could kill a couple of things. I mean, if I can get a line of sight on the Nidhogg. Actually, where is that Nidhogg? Oh, it's right there. Holy crap. Why do I not be able to get a line of sight on you? It seems so counterintuitive. Because I can get indirect shots. But is that... That is a direct right there. Alright, let's see if I can't wipe him out. Hiya, buddy. I've got all of my weapon systems, and they are just for you. Good job, removed, which takes away his jammer effect, was proving to be quite irritating. And now, for my next trick. Enjoy the burn.
Locked on.
Whoosh, fire. Fire. Do, 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 do. I swear I won't sing that song. I'll take you to burn. I may have lied a little bit. So we're going to light him on all the fire. We're going to hopefully try and steal him. A little bit of large laser fire coming in towards the Thanatos, but that's okay. I'm a little bit surprised he decided to do that, but then I suppose he's not all that hot. So, man's not hot. I'll stop making obscure, well, maybe not so obscure song references eventually. 74's might work quite nicely, so let's get a little bit of punch power in here and double tap. Nice. Penetration is exactly what we're looking for. And I'll start... Yeah, we're going to need to come down here eventually.
Moving out.
Be ready to pop on top of things. I do want to get them... Oh, it's the... Is this the Longbow Marauder? It is the Longbow. Or Long Tom. Yes, it's a Longbow Marauder. Do I have my Marauder? I do, and I do also have a line of sight onto you. Which is kind of what I wanted.
On my way.
Showing up right here. Don't have to worry about the jamming. It sure as heck don't have to worry about you. But you are about to get bombarded.
I got
All the heat in the world. Yes, that's what I wanted. He's gonna back the longbow up. I think he's realized he may be in a little bit of trouble. Alright, now Finn. Finn's got the counter battery duty going down here. Yes, give me a direct fire.
firing on target.
Bop. Good hit. Good effect on target. Put the Mac in a nice position to do something about it.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so Mockingbird, your primary target sort of started running away like a coward. So you can start just moving in to try and go after him. And now we do have to be a little bit worried about the longbow, and we also have to be wary of that long tom. If the long tom gets a good hit in on the shoulder of the Racketar, it can kill it. Oh god, you. It's a Jess missile carrier. Swarm improved everywhere.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
Okay, the AMS may have to kick up to overload on him with the integrated laser AMS, because the integrated laser AMS does a great job of keeping things sort of contained, and we'll need to wait for that. Ooh, a Gauss rifle, and a laser, and more incoming missiles. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. A lot of missiles, too. I think they've definitely identified the pirate margin. Alright, Death Crusade. Your Thanatos should be in a pretty aggressively fun position. Although, honestly, I have an opportunity here to fire literally everything. So let's take that opportunity, because it doesn't come very often. There we go. Charger crunched. I like chargers, I do. And we managed to construct one of the finest chargers that I have ever seen before.
Good to go.
And that is not exaggeration by very much. The charger that we constructed had two, count them, two LB-20X autocannons by virtue of being able to mount them as the, god, what's it called? The boomstick, which is basically a melee weapon LB autocannon. We added in a couple of weapon mounts in order to improve the accuracy, and they proved to be absolutely devastating. I was thrilled to be able to utilize them in the way that we did. And I look forward to being able to hopefully use something like that at some point in the future once again. A lot of rockets coming down, but luckily for us, we seem to be everything going well. We seem to be everything going well. That's a heck of a sentence. Alright, coach. Bring on the catapult. You are a missile launcher down, but that's okay. That's not going to get you what I need. That will, however, you have to place yourself a little bit aggressively. I'm going to go full on integrated laser AMS to overload. Do I lay a sensor like that on you? I mean, I could. Inferno. I would switch you to Well, I will switch you to Inferno a little bit ahead of time. This may improve our jamming chances or anti-jamming chances. Sensor line going down. I do not want these tandems to be firing at me. Because tandems are, well, they ignore armor. And they're terrifying because of it. Hell, my missiles. There we go. Okay, Longbow shut down. We have to be very careful about how we treat that mech, though, because it still happens to be incredibly dangerous. I have a shot on the Kraken. Wait, a Kraken? As in the Atlas? Okay. Krakens have a Gauss rifle, I believe? Give me a shot on the Jaeger mech. We're going to see if we can't clean this up. There we go. Left arm destroyed. AC-2 large laser and triple rocket launcher 15. Fin in Demeki. Could try and lay a shell on top of you. Your armor can tank it. Just not many times. High explosive for reduced damage. Oh, do I want to really fire this?
Engaging.
Okay, that didn't work.
Critical hit, Commander.
Although the unsteady is actually pretty good.
Moving
So I'll lay some more heat down on top of them, and hopefully that'll sort of deal with the problem. You, my buddy, my friend, my pal, you're about to explode in a cacophony of fire. There we go. He actually died to the hypersonic projectile, but we'll just go ahead with that one. So the Jess missile carrier, we have a Long Tom carried Marauder. We've got an Atlas, the Kraken Atlas. So the Kraken Atlas is actually pretty good. And then we have the Pirate Marsden, which I'm not super worried about. Taking the Longbow is going to be a little bit of an investment. Yeah, I was worried about that. He knew what he was doing. Went right for the back armor on us.
real good here.
You're doing okay. You got it. You got it handled. Alright, not shoot you. How bad is your arm? Your arm's pretty bad. So we're going to try and avoid that as much as possible. However, it's time to lay down the law.
Roger that.
They're standing on top of each other. It's a little bit of fire, a little bit of pain. I don't know if I hit that or not. Yeah, buddy, you're just offline. Don't play games.
Standing by.
And the Rakatar will be able to get a line of sight. It's not exactly the best one. Can I get a direct? Yeah, you can. Take it. It's not a great angle for us to work from, but we can make it work. So run them guns. So damage all over the place. Make him sort of have to frustratingly deal with his problems. You're on fire. That's helpful. If I can knock you over, that'll be even more helpful. Okay, Kraken shifting on over. Pirate Marsden. He's got 20 missiles if I recall correctly. And the Jess tactical missile carrier has just pain. Point defense, go nuts time. Unfortunately, your AMS is non-functional at the moment. It's jammed.
Serious armor loss.
Yeah, but you're holding, aren't you?
That hit hard.
Okay, Thanatos. We're really kind of dealing with a couple of problems at the same time, ain't we?
Locked on target.
Oh, shoot, wrong target. That was the Marsden. I don't care about the Marsden. The Marsden can keep on doing whatever it does.
Orders.
Catapult. Take aim. 4.1, 3.5. Yeah, go for the 3.5. And light him on all the fire, if you don't mind.
Engage target.
Pilot, bail?
Critical hit.
Oh, he's not bailing. He's not bailing. That's not good. Can't move like so.
Location confirmed.
Howl.
Standing by.
What you got? You got nothing. But you can get something. That's important. Gonna be only 43s. That ain't good. Get a run up back top? Not quite. But you are gonna start putting pressure on over there. 28s. Don't care. They're Gauss rifles. Well, we missed by 3%. Which could be better, but it also could be a lot worse. Jester. Yeah, I want this thing dead. You're gonna go guided on both. We're gonna unleash the full might and firepower. Twin arrows, warlorded. Only do 106 damage, which seems a little bit less than they kind of should to me, but hey, let it rip. And he's dead.
Tango down.
Good job. No longer having to deal with his artillery shenanigans. We still have more artillery to deal with, but we'll work on that later.
Good to go.
Right, you need to clear your current problem. So do that. And then you're going to start running at maximum speed, I suppose, to start going after this Atlas. I know, I'm charging you against an Atlas. Your AMS has unjammed, which is now available. You're still on fire. You're not going to get off fire. I'm not going to let it happen. The Mackie, not you, not you, not you, but in fact you. Give him a shape charge. Down to 2 of them.
Confirmed.
Good hit. So we're having a solid effect on target already. And you can move up to a direct line of sight to Paradox.
How's it going?
Your Marauder is one of my most powerful direct fire support weapons. Unfortunately, no targets for you, so you're going to complete coming down here so that you can start getting a good, decent angle on things. Because I need to actually see what I'm shooting in order to get, you know, the maximum effect out of it. Although if the Marauder was still here, I probably could take him out. The twin arrow strike was just glorious, though. Especially considering last time when we tried that, the twin arrows kept, well, apparently just not working. Kraken running through the flame again. He has a Gauss rifle. He's taking on the 40 heat, and he really wants that catapult. I really can't blame him. That catapult is going to ruin his lance. But his cooking is becoming a bit of a problem. Mockingbird, your Rankatar. Oh, he just presented the side angle. It's time to drill, baby, drill. Structure exposed was the best I could get out of that. Who'd have thunk it? I should have vigilanced you to make it so that you would move earlier. More miss. Oh my god.
Shutting down.
Right.
Cooler off.
I knew the Jess had that. I just didn't think he'd use it.
Leaving you.
So, we need to kill that Jess carrier because that was unsightly.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We need to make sure that I... There we go. So, Dad. The Kraken we can maybe take care of. We're going to find out. I gotta stand out in the open and perhaps even invite a little bit of retaliatory firepower. Not you. Yeah. Oh god, he's got a rotary autocannon. That might actually be enough in order to mess with my pilots. How's your frontal armor doing? Yeah, give him a shape charge. Give him a sensor lock. There we go.
I've got a sensor lock.
A swamp over to direct. He's not in direct fire range. So we are at an 89.
Engaging target.
A solid hit, but not enough.
Commander?
Showboat, he managed to duck you on this one. What a dick. Because that would have been grand. Alright, take the side angle shot. It's a little bit short. But you're about to have a triple shot into his side. Okay, good hit. Didn't blow him up like I was sort of secretly hoping. There we go. And the Kraken's weakness of an Inertia for XL engine gets him killed.
Rolling.
Confirm.
I'll deal with you later. Howl, you're up. And I need you to see that margin. Oh, you have an angle.
Acknowledged.
Take him, please. Twin 92s. Got it. Okay. So we've effectively saved our catapult.
Yep.
It's gonna take him a couple of turns to get off of fire. Same deal with you, actually.
Waiting for
Paradox. Let's get you a front angle shot.
double time. Let's go.
All right. You're gonna go for the head. You're gonna fire just the Gauss rifle. That enough? Yes, that will be enough.
On it.
That was not the Gauss rifle.
Aye, aye.
The Mackie is not shooting that gun.
Waiting for orders.
Death Crusade, your Thanatos.
Coordinates received.
Shut everything else off. Single shape charge to the skull.
I got him.
Left arm destroyed. That's a knockdown. But we're not going to get the full thing, I don't think. Ooh, something blew up. Yeah, there goes the whole torso. Gosh darn it.
Confirmed.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Howl, finish him off. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Give him just a single one. I doubt you'll make the shot, but I have dreams.
Fire.
Yeah. Just cut the mech in half. Bit by bit. So my intention to steal that got a little bit sidetracked by the sudden invasion of all the Hydra missiles in the universe, so we kind of had to deal with that first. So we're not getting a mech today, because that's just not happening. We would be able to get 4 parts to a Kraken Atlas, which I may do just in order to sell the Kraken Atlas parts, because they're worth quite a bit of cash. Alright, decent amount of damage to everybody. No bundling whatsoever, although 4 parts of the Marauder. I could actually pick up that long tom cannon, because it is lighter in weight. It weighs as much as a sniper, with a much bigger boom area, I suppose would be the way to put it. Well, 9s, rocket launchers, sniper artillery flat out. I have none. So put me in a position to pick up more. I see 2 pirates. No. A whole bunch of internal combustions and a few XLs even. Gunnery A's and B's. Ooh, that's nice. I don't have any gunnery A's and I need them. Heat dissipation, heavy ferro, slick sweet, standard fusion. And then of course a load of different and interesting ammunition types. Specifically stuff like the Hydra ammo, which is right there. I have no tons of it available at the moment. I'm not locked in on that just yet. I want to see if we saved any of that long tom ammo, because if not, I'm just not going to take the long tom, because the long tom cannon is 20 tons, the sniper cannon is 20 tons. The difference in damage is 5, but it does 5 more stability damage, generates 20 more heat, but it's the weapon radius that is kind of like the thing for it. It is pretty huge. So pull that out though, because I don't intend to utilize it. 10x, long fires, rocket launchers, rocket packs. Yeah, none of this is really the gear that I need. Not even any really good fusion cores either, but although to be fair, I blew up the fusion cores. Hands melee is not the sort of mount that I actually need, unfortunately. LRM ER, LRM swarm improved. I need more of it, because the swarm improved is just hilarious. So -1 direct fire, swarm improved, interfire missile spreads a large cluster versus, versus the normal swarm? -2 accuracy, and the explosion is 30 meters in impact, an additional area effect of 3 primary and secondary, versus the swarms, which is a 45 meters of impact with additional area of effect to 4 to primary and secondary targets. So it's a little bit better in regards to important things. Which sniper ammo did I got? I got 7 tons. Yeah, I can run into the sniper cannon. Yeah, take that. But 2 Atlas parts to sell. Nice, that'll be great. Medium laser, quantity 1. Heavy ferro, which I don't think I needed. No, I didn't need. We'll probably sell a couple of them. And Apollo MRM ammo. Kind of useless to us, but the important things was to pick up some of the interesting weapon systems. Not sure if we'll ever actually use that. Well, no, we'll probably use the missile systems, but I don't know if I'll use another sniper. I could use it to create a twin sniper mech if I ripped it off the Mackie. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see, there's 6, no, actually there's 18 tons and the large lasers alone. I could actually probably make the Mackie a dual sniper. It doesn't really use the large lasers like ever. So I would need a turret mount to improve that. That would give it a +2 accuracy. And I have the turret mount. 82,874 for the next 8 days is not too terrible at all. How long until the Mackie's fixed? 1 day. I will take that. I'll actually be ready in 4 days. So give me the day. Stop, thank you. Show me the Mackie, because I want to see what that would be like. I kind of don't want to do it just purely from the standpoint of I'd like the Mackie to have like stuff mounted in both torsos because it's cool and all that. But what we would do is we'd rip this off. We'd rip this off. We'd rip this off. We'd rip this off. Rip this off. Move the turret mount over here. At this point, I don't even know if I'd need the prototype double heatsink. My heat efficiency is 19. Is that the... Heat generates 30. Yeah, I don't need like any of this. I mean, I am going to need a double heatsink kit, but engine heatsink kit, just give me a standard heatsink kit double. Pull out the protos. The AMS has to remain in this shoulder. Darn, that screws me over with the plan. I think it does anyway. Just move everything over first. Because I want to see if it works. I think, though, that it doesn't fit if I have the turret mount. Fairly positive. Yeah. The advanced AMS would have to go. Do I have an AMS? I don't have an AMS Mark II, unfortunately. Because I would need the turret mount to improve the accuracy. That would give us 5 tons available. What I want to do in order to make this better, I would need standard AMS. Although we would have to be on the lookout for an AMS Mark II, because it takes up 1 slot. It's not as good. And we'd only need 110 for that. I really don't want this Clan Pharaoh on here, because it's kind of worthless to me. But I think I don't have much of a choice. Ammunition, of course, would need to increase. Give me etc. ammo. Give me more sniper ammo. More sniper ammo. Could pull off the gyro. That would take me down to half a ton left. And free up like 1 slot for, say, a tag or something. Not that he'd ever use it. He's got the indirect fire. He's got the sensor tracker. He's got the comm suite. Like, this would give him 5, 10, 15, 20, plus the shaped charge. The shaped charge, which gives him a grand total of 12.5 rounds of shooting from the 2 guns. I mean, this would be a step up in his firepower. He would lose his ability to, you know, self-defend himself, but that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I mean, it could be a lot worse. And frees up an upper recoil that I don't need anymore. I could probably reduce the armor. Do I have any normal inner sphere case too? Because if I do, I don't. I just have normal case. And I want the case too in order to protect the other ammo. If one of my ammo drums explode, I would like to have the second one to back it up, which is kind of the reasoning behind that. So this is an option. It would give us, you know, a dual cannon, which is pretty interesting, actually. That amount of firepower would be pretty nice, actually. I just wish that this had 1 more other support hardpoint. I don't know if I want to do that because of that. Like, I would fear wasting something. Because right now, the mech actually has a fairly phenomenal amount of secondary punch on that. It's got 4 ER or 4 ER large lasers. That is not a small amount of damage that it deal if it actually can see you. And I kind of like the fact that it is a sort of swing roll like that. It can do both. It generally will only do the one, but it can do both. It is not like our Vulture, which only does the artillery roll, although, you know, God, it can be fired in direct. Oh, you're so sexy. You've got an XL engine clan on it, so I can't mount that to you. Yeah. It would take up the whole thing plus the turret mount. Not that I would really want to do that. Actually, it would probably bug me. It would bug me a lot, actually. Because this mech was not meant to do that. We only have a Black Knight currently available, which only has energy hardpoints. So it's obviously not going to become the next sniper artillery. But we can build in the sniper battery more and more until we get about 2 of them. And then we might be able to do something. Still haven't come up with an idea of what to do with this. Tempted to strip equipment and have it build. I mean, obviously it's not going to be a... Aha, twin snubs. I managed to find more. There's no ERPPC clans, which really kind of sucks because they're really, really good. Because they're 60 damage like the Tigers, but they're not as heavy and they're not as hot. They're just so good. Could just do mass laser, I guess? I don't know, I just don't really feel that. Wish I could do double hatchet. But I don't have the double hatchet anymore. We ran out of hatchets. One of them got blown up. It was very unfortunate. And I could do something like that, but I'd probably just use a hands melee at that point. Turn it into like a melee machine as best as I could. It's a shame you can't combine a hands melee with a combat shield. That would be a little bit more ideal, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the poor little Black Knight. Energy only builds have never been something that I've spent a whole lot of time on, so I'm not really sure what would be a good plan. Like maybe boating it up with X pulses might be the way to go. Honestly, that's actually not a terrible idea. I think I have a whole bunch of X pulses. So, patch. We'll keep the exchanger and the heat bank on, knowing that we'll probably remove the exchanger and the heat bank. And engine heatsink. Actually, no weapon. Show me what kind of X pulses I currently am packing. I got large X pulses. I do have large X pulses. Okay. Those, of course, will be our hand-mounted weapons. And then, I mean, the heat on this would have to be outrageous, I would imagine. How do you... that... torso mount a cockpit, I guess. Show me cockpits. Show me torso. Can't put it in yet because I haven't put in a core. You had a 300. I think the 270 does the same thing. Let's find out. Your movement is 8.5. The 275 will give you a movement of 8.5. A 270 will give you a movement of... okay, so it needs to be 275, which is fine. Gives me 4 tons to work with, which is clearly not enough. I mean, the temperature on this has got to be absolutely on fire. 188. Alright, so obviously we wouldn't be done there yet. I kind of want to pack on more X-pulses, which is why I'm considering the torso mounted cockpit. So, equip, cockpit, torso. Like so, that opens up 2 more slots up top. I don't have an XL gyro anyway, so that doesn't matter at all. Also, that takes up weight. It takes about 3 tons to do that. It's pretty rough. How many X-pulses do I have left? Because at this point, it's kind of just a joke. I do have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. I have enough to put up there. If I can put in the torso cockpit. Equip, cockpit, torso mounted cockpit, weapon, laser, medium X-pulse. How's that for starting? That's kind of cruel. Oh, we're not done yet. Show me flamers. Oh, I can fit the flame breath in here. Oh my god, that is just ridiculous to me. Obviously not. We would go AMS. We would go advanced AMS. We would need the ammo for said AMS. 2. Okay, so we're 8 tons under, and we are just stupidly heat efficient. 236 for 41. So, first things first, kit. We're going to need a prototypable heatsink kit, and we're going to need its stat. So, oh, did I already use it? Heatsink kit proto. I did use the proto double. Ugh, that ain't gonna work so well. Give me the heatsink one. I'm gonna need a lot of these. I'm also gonna need the exchange at 30%. It's just gonna need to be a thing. Oh, because the temperature is just outrageous. Can I put another heat bank? I cannot. There's 1 heat bank per mech. So we're 10 tons in already, and we're not there yet. 80 for 222. I mean, it's just double heat sinks from here on out. The clan, well, the radical for the temperature, but the clan might be a better one. There's no way. Like, even with all of this filling it, we're talking 128 for 122. So first things first, we'll pull out the medium X pulse because in the head. How much damage is the hands ones doing? They're doing heavy, large laser range damage. That ain't bad. I gotta give them credit for that. So they're heavy, large lasers. I need to have that if I want the advanced AMS, which I do. In fact, I'll do that. How often is the head gonna get hit to blow up? 14. Well, we obviously need some sort of XL engine or light engine. Also, I don't have any like room for various structures. It's just not happening. And steel is 6 slots needed. Pull off. Give me the endo steel. Yeah, we're well outside parameters still. It would have to be radical prototype double heatsink kits. And I don't have those anymore. I used it to build the Onager, I believe. Or did I use it to... No, I think it was the Onager. So we have double heatsinks and a heatsink kit proto, which is minus 20% weapon heat. But I don't think I have prototype, just prototype double, or prototype heatsinks. I have only double. Show me the proto. Oh, it is a prototype double heatsink. But it's not a radical proto. Right. Okay. Okay. We're gonna work on this. Equipment. Or heatsink. Heatsink. How many protos do I have? I have 4. 2. I should put them in the feet. Put them in the feet where they're safe. So at this point, we are now 10 tons in the hole, and we are 74 for 120. That honestly isn't so bad. Okay. I just need to figure out where to find 10 tons in this mech. The obvious solution is that. Oh, we're so close now. And then give me some endo steel, because endo steel is generally better. 1.5 tons. I'm open enough to do more. Oh, that's pretty. I'd love to put on some kind of armor, but... Clad Ferro gives me 3.321 tons. What else could I do? I mean, obviously what we would want to do is more heat sinks, but I can't. I don't have any more. I have run myself dry on heat sinks. Cooling pods? Cooling pods just basically to hold the position until we pick up more prototype doubles. Because 3 more prototype doubles will probably make us heat neutral. And then for our kit, we would obviously do something like Fire Control System Energy Plus. Because you don't have any negative accuracy, right? You ignore 1 and you have a +1 accuracy. You are gorgeous. And then comm suite for the plus. Actually, where does the comm suite go? Oh no, it's a cockpit, which we already have the torso mounted cockpit, which already gives us a +1 initiative and 10 injuries resisted. Cause why not? Oh, the sensor system. But that's big. I don't know if there. Actually, no, pull off the ton. Well, no, I need 2 tons. You really kind of need 2 tons to make that thing work. So I would need a... Call it a sensor range. Why not? And you'd still have 0.321 tons left. I mean, that would be really interesting. I might actually build that. I'm gonna have to remember that one because that seems pretty cool. It's basically twin large heavy lasers in the arms, but with better accuracy. Now, is that worth 3 tons? Probably not. but it's what I've got to work with. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Tarak. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every single time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. It's great for the algorithm, and I need to know which faction we're going to be starting with in the beginning of the next campaign, which is going to be coming soon, so stay tuned, and I will see you all in the next episode.